The PM out and about in the marginal seat of Mansfield. Rishi Sunak's first public appearance in this general election year.
Happy New Year, how are you doing?
And his message, it's going to be a long campaign.
My working assumption is we'll have a general election in the second half of this year. And in the meantime, I've got lots that I want to get on with.
The PM all but ruling out a May poll, number 10 eyeing a November election instead. But if the Prime Minister controls the election timing, his rival wants to seize the election narrative. Keir Starmer's setting out his stall to disillusioned voters. If you want change, you have to vote for it.
Hold on to the flickering hope in your heart that things can be better, because they can. You can choose it. You can choose the hope of national renewal.
Trying to sell a message of hope, but beyond rhetorical flourish, what of the substance? Your entire pitch seems to be vote Labour to see the back of the Tories. Isn't there a danger that voters will see you not as a leader of change, but one who's overly cautious and timid and who turns them off?
Well, Beth, I think if you look at this distinction, the change that we're offering, the difference that we want to make, nobody says to me that's no different. These are huge, fundamental differences. And the power this year is with the voters to vote for that change.
A leader now fully in campaign mode and frustrated that his Conservative rivals want to still drag it out.
I say to the Prime Minister, what's he hiding? If he's not going to set a date, he's basically saying he's going to be squatting for months and months in Downing Street, dithering and delaying.
The question then, what's his offer to ensure he's the next tenant of number 10? Is your ambition for tax cuts for working people in the first 2 years of a Labour government?
Of course I want working people to pay less tax, to have less of a burden on them, but we've got to get our economy working. And I think everybody understands that.
Let's go to another tax cut then, because this one is clearer. Inheritance tax. If the Conservatives introduced it ahead of an election, would you reverse that tax cut? Would you reverse it?
Look, I don't think that further tax cuts for those that are very wealthy with nothing for working people is the right way forward.
Okay, so
I'd oppose it. It wouldn't be what we would do. And of course, we would change that if we got the opportunity to do so.
OK, that's very clear. I want to just end on talking about the tone of the election. Are you going high or are you going to go low too?
If you ask me directly, if the government want to put fire into their attacks, we will meet their fire with fire, because the stakes at this election are so high for working people.
The stakes so high for both these leaders too, in what could be a seismic general election. Clarity today on when this election will come and how it will be played. A long and bruising year awaits as the battle for number 10 really begins. Beth Rigby, Sky News.